Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers will rest for a few days and then face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the playoffs. Fans are confident that a healthy LeBron James and Luka Doncic will be unstoppable. Lakers manager Rob Pelinka, on the other hand, wants to make another impact in the NBA and sign another star. Giving up Austin Reeves won't be easy, but bringing in a high-level and established star like Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns is worth it. Don't doubt Rob Pelinka, he wants to build a super team for next season. Devin Booker and Luka Doncic together will be phenomenal. Rumors: Lakers are interested in Devin Booker, if he's available. The Los Angeles Lakers will face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs after finishing the regular season as the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. Many believe the franchise could make a memorable NBA Finals run with Luka Doncic and LeBron James playing complementary basketball. However, if the Lakers let their supporters down in the postseason, they should consider strengthening their roster during free agency. Los Angeles could swap Austin Reeves for a 4-time All-Star guard in an intriguing summer trade. Devin Booker continues to put up big-time numbers with the Phoenix Suns in year 9. The patented pull-up jump shooter was the franchise's second leading scorer this season, trailing Kevin Durant by 1 point. Booker averaged 25.6 points, 7.1 assists, and 4.1 rebounds per game, shooting 46.1% from the field and 33.2% from deep. Unfortunately, Booker, who guided the Suns to an NBA Finals appearance 4 years ago, failed to lead the disappointing Western Conference squad to the play-in tournament or playoffs. The Suns lost 9 of their last 10 contests and were officially eliminated from post-regular season festivities after their 125-112 home loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now that Phoenix's offseason has begun, the organization should consider moving on from either Booker or Durant and starting from scratch. If the Suns part ways with Booker, the Lakers could swoop in and pursue the elite 6'6" wing. Booker's experience as a top 2 scoring option on a championship contender, 2020-21 campaign, and eagerness to showcase his multidimensional abilities on a different team make him a compelling offseason trade target for Los Angeles. Reeves is enjoying a breakout NBA campaign, but with Los Angeles wanting to maximize James' title window, a horrid postseason showing could help this trade idea come to life in free agency. Reeves will feel pressured to perform under the bright lights to retain his spot with the Lakers. LeBron James and Lakers to face Anthony Edwards and Timberwolves in first round of 2025 NBA playoffs. The regular season came to an end on Sunday afternoon, which meant the standings and first rounds matchups for the 2025 NBA playoffs outside of the play-in tournament teams got locked in. The Los Angeles Lakers' regular season finale didn't have any implications on the standings, but some other results across the league affected their first-round opponent. The Lakers had the luxury of resting their key players and paying attention to other games as they already locked up the number 3 seed and a 50-win season with their win over the Houston Rockets on Friday night. That meant that they would be playing the number 6 seed in the first round, and heading into the regular season finale, that could either be the Golden State Warriors, Minnesota Timberwolves, or Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets and Timberwolves both took care of business with wins on Sunday, which meant things came down to the Warriors' game against the LA Clippers. A Warriors would win give them the 6th seed while a Clippers win would secure it for the Timberwolves. Ultimately, the Clippers came out on top in a back-and-forth overtime game, which secured a first-round matchup for the Lakers against Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves in the 3rd versus 6th matchup. That's exactly how the Lakers started the season as they beat Minnesota at home on opening night. The teams split their 4 regular season matchups with the home team winning all of them. While playing a red-hot Timberwolves team in the first round certainly isn't ideal, the Lakers are confident that they have a team that can go all the way, and this will just be the first test on that road. Luka Doncic happy Lakers can get rest before postseason. The Lakers are used to being in the play-in tournament the last few years, but with them wrapping up the number 3 seed, they will get a week of rest before they host Game 1 next weekend. That rest is something Luka Doncic is very much looking forward to. big time, but I gotta get some rest obviously, but you know, the good part of the season is coming, so I gotta stay ready, gotta stay locked in, but for sure it's gonna be great, Doncic said. The Lakers' first-round series against the Timberwolves will be a rematch of last year's Western Conference for Doncic, whose Dallas Mavericks defeated them in 5 games. With the regular season wrapping up on Sunday, the Los Angeles Lakers now know they will be hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the 2025 NBA playoffs. The Lakers clinched the 3rd seed on Friday, so were able to sit back and enjoy the madness across the league in the final game, which resulted in the Timberwolves landing the number 6 seed. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick stuck around after the loss to the Portland Trail Blazers and gave his initial thoughts on the matchup with Minnesota, via Spectrum Sportsnet. Very difficult opponent. They've played as well as anyone lately. I believe they're one of 4 teams in the top 10 in offense and defense, so they present a lot of problems. The Lakers and Timberwolves split their 4 regular season matchups with the home team winning all 4 of those games. The first 3 were before the Lakers acquired Luka Doncic though, and then in the 4th meeting, Minnesota was without Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards got ejected. With all of that being said, Redick discussed how his team and staff will approach preparing for this matchup. We've had games in the last 6 or 7 weeks where we hadn't played the team since AD was on the team when we didn't have Luka. So we have a way of prepping based on previous games against Luka. We have a general idea of what their roles are, just like they have a general idea of what our roles are. It doesn't necessarily matter that we don't have anything on tape with both teams at full strength. The Lakers and Timberwolves will both get a week off before Game 1 at Crypto.com Arena, which should give them both plenty of time for preparation. J.J. Redick not satisfied with Lakers' regular season success. Even though the Lakers won 50 games for the first time since 2020, J.J. Redick is not satisfied and knows the real season begins now. It's not done, he said of his first season. And I spent all of 3.5 minutes on the flight back from Dallas just thinking about making the playoffs and thinking about the coaching profession. And I think as a coach, you're obviously judged on regular season wins and losses and your ability to get to the playoffs. But I think the other 2 things that you're really judged on are the way you're able to handle the pressure of the playoffs, the adjustments, the in-game stuff. There's still so much work that we have to do, myself, our staff. Bill Plaschke says Luka Doncic deal wasn't biggest Lakers trade this season. The Los Angeles Lakers have undergone many changes in the past 10 months, both on and off the court. From a coaching change to a massive roster change, the Lakers have been going through one thing after another. However, as we sit in mid-April, it seems to have paid off for LA, at least at the moment. The Lakers will enter the playoffs as the number 3 seed in the West after securing 50 wins in the regular season, a feat that many deemed impossible in October. Still, the Lakers have managed to silence a lot of skeptics. While many would credit the blockbuster trade for Luka Doncic as the defining moment that reshaped the team's trajectory, LA Times columnist Bill Plaschke sees things differently. For him, the real turning point came with the hiring of J.J. Redick. Thank you for turning down $70 million from the Lakers to stay at UConn. Thank you for walking away from Hollywood to hang out in stores. Thank you for doing the unthinkable to a team desperate for the impossible. Thank you for the rejection, because it was the beginning of a rebirth. Because Dan Hurley said no, J.J. Redick said yes. The Lakers always believed in Redick, as he was deemed the favorite to land the job before the Dan Hurley news broke in early June. For a few days, it seemed like the Lakers were going to make a slam-dunk hire in Hurley. However, after a few days of waiting in anticipation, Hurley rejected LA. It was deemed a massive loss for the Lakers after they had changed coaches several times in the last 12 years. Nonetheless, LA had to pivot. Redick quickly regained his status as the front-runner for the job and earned strong support from the front office. Now, just months later, his hiring is not only looking like a home run but potentially the kind of long-term move that could define the next decade for the purple and gold. With the playoffs approaching, the Lakers may have a handful of worries, but none will be surrounding Redick and his ability to coach and lead the team. The Lakers will commence their road to title number 18 on either April 19 or April 20. Stephen A. Smith now believes J.J. Redick will win a title after disrespecting him with Darvin Ham comparison. Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has emphatically proved his doubters wrong in his first season at the helm. Redick has led the Lakers to the third seed in the Western Conference, and Stephen A. Smith stated on NBA Countdown that it won't be long before he wins a title. "I want to say something and I don't consider it bold at all. J.J. Redick is going to win himself a championship one day as a coach, in the near future," Smith said. "I think he's proven to be that exceptional, and that locked in, and that zeroed in. It might not be this year, but with Luka, Doncic, and LeBron James, I can't summarily dismiss them against anybody outside of OKC." Smith has spectacularly changed his tune on the Lakers head coach compared to earlier this season. Back in February, Smith stated Redick still has to fill Darvin Ham's shoes. He also felt the Lakers had no chance of beating the Denver Nuggets, but doesn't consider that to be the case anymore. Smith also gave the Lakers no chance to win a championship this season after the Luka Doncic trade. He believed the roster wasn't good enough to contend, but is now backing Redick to lead the team to glory sooner rather than later. To be fair to Smith, he wasn't the only one who thought the Lakers didn't have much of a chance of winning this season. Incorporating a big piece like Doncic tends to take time, and he was going to play alongside LeBron James. There were questions about how quickly they'll be able to adjust to playing with each other. Another big concern when it came to the Lakers was that they didn't really have a starting caliber center after trading away Anthony Davis. They had brought in Mark Williams, but then had to rescind the trade due to medical issues. All that seemed to have ensured the Lakers wouldn't be competing for a title in 2025. Redick, though, proceeded to then show why the team was so high on him despite his having no prior head coaching experience. He had the team chugging along to the point that Smith started to believe he deserved consideration for Coach of the Year. Redick won't be winning COY, but he has done a fabulous coaching job. The Lakers finished with a 50-32 record this season, and it's the first time they've won 50 games in a single campaign since they won the title in 2019-20. According to Rui Hachimura, the third seed and 50 wins were Redick's goals before the start of the season. You'd have scoffed at such lofty aspirations back in October, but he's pulled it off. Redick has passed the regular season test with flying colors, but stiffer challenges now await. The Lakers will be taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. The Timberwolves made it to the Western Conference Finals last year, with Anthony Edwards leading the way. They're not quite as good as they were last season, but they are still a very dangerous team. Redick will need to be at his best if he is to win his first ever playoff series as a coach.